Do you ever feel stressed at work? Do you wake up with a feeling of botanical inferiority? And sometimes you just want to run away and hide in the garden? You may want to ask Mr. Maple if More Maples is right for you. Mr. Maple does over 1,500 different varieties of Japanese maples, and they ship directly to your doorstep. Each Tuesday and Thursday, they release 20 new trees at 10 a.m. There's a lot of great things happening on MrMaple.com. So check with MrMaple.com today to see if More Maples is the solution for you. Side effects may include the envy of your neighborhood, advanced relaxation, happiness, smiling, photographs, increased horticultural spending, and marital conflicts.
Welcome to Mr. Maple News. Today we have stunning breaking news. It's coming in. Mr. Maple offers 10 new plants every Tuesday and 10 new plants every Thursday. A total of 20 plants for 10 at 10. We're going to go out live to our field agent, Brian. Brian, can you hear me?
Hey, thanks, Sean. Today I'm out here at MrMaple.com at this amazing nursery today, and we do have some breaking news. I just got news that it's going to be 20 trees actually on Tuesday and Thursday, so that's fake news, Sean. Coming to you live right now. This is 20 trees on Tuesday and Thursday. Can you believe that? All these amazing Japanese maples that you see here come available online at MrMaple.com, so make sure you sign up and subscribe and get that email sent to you to let you know when these trees are coming available. All right, Sean, back to you.
Thank you, Brian. Stunning, stunning news out there. Now returning to your regularly scheduled broadcast.
We're giving away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Yo, 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 what is up, maple lovers out there? It is time, man, for, the weekly live stream.
What's up, everybody? Good to see you this morning. It's Friday. We made it. Man, we made it to Friday. I'm happy about that. We've had a busy week here at Mr. Maple, continuing to ship out a ton of plants. We appreciate all of y'all's business. It's amazing. We try to work hard out here on the farm every day to bring you guys some cool plants. I'm always excited about what's coming up, and I put together a pretty nice little list for this weekend whammy coming up. Y'all know a little bit about that weekend whammy. We'll get to that. But this morning, we are, as usual, live today, and we're going to be doing a tree giveaway. We're going to be giving away this beautiful Acer palmatum Dragon Master, one of Matt and Tim's intros from the Area 51. I mean, you got to have special clearance just to go get one of these. I had to run my ID, get a background check, make sure it's clear that I brought this out for you guys. But we got a low graph staked Dragon Master for the giveaway today. Hashtag whammy. Share that in your Facebook groups, all your garden friends, your neighbors, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother. Let them know what's up and send them over to Mr. Maple. Check out some of our plants.
Yeah, man. Shout out to people in the live stream right now, people that was in here early. We got, Aquaholic Fish. He's always up in here, man. The FBR showing some love this morning. We got Scott Trees, a fixture on the Mr. Maple channel.
Man. Shout out Phil. I see you, Phil, in there. He's always here, man, supporting us. We appreciate that, man. We was talking about this morning, we got an open house coming too. We're going to kind of cover a little bit of that today. I see Andy D's in the house. What's up, Andy? Good to see you.
Miyagi Gardens, man. Miyagi Garden up in here. Got Susie Q. Got Glenn Dents, man. Bruce Burton up in here, man. Sunshine and Song. And the Garden Mouse, man. Got Bjorn up in here, man. We got a lot of people. John C., bro. Always good to see John C. up in here.
We have an amazing community. We really enjoy all of y'all's company, man. It makes it so much fun because we have other people who are just as crazy and passionate about trees as we are. It's kind of infectious, you know what I mean? Like it definitely helps make me feel better about getting in here and doing all this hard work. So bring you guys some cool plants. We got a lot to talk about today. Me and Corbin sitting in for the Nichols brothers. They're out scouring the world for good scion wood so we can keep producing some of the coolest plants in the country. We're filling in for this live stream today for you guys. Got some cool stuff in the works. Let's talk about open house coming up. I kind of want to get this out in front because I think this is going to be a great opportunity for people to come together and get connected and go home with some cool plants. So our open house is going to be April 11th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're going to have a huge selection of maples and all kinds of other plants. Our conifer selection is going to be huge as well. We've really been upping our game on our conifers here. So a really good time for y'all to come. You can shop in person. You get to walk through all these greenhouses, find that perfect tree with the perfect shape, everything that you want. I love the fact that you get to come out here and see what we got going on and connect with each other too. It's a great time of the year for that.
Yeah, I just posted the link to the Whammy sale in the chat right there. Hopefully we can pin it. But just if you want to be entered into the giveaway, make sure to copy that link, share it, any way that you share it, whether that's letting somebody in your family know by a text message, pasting it on a Facebook group, scream it out to the world, as long as you got that link in there, that's good. And if you don't post a link and you give a hashtag, we know. Guys,
so the weekend whammy is really good. It just hit the website. These dropped at 9 a.m. for this Friday. Now, we are going to be doing another drop on Saturday and Sunday, but we're going to kind of get in and dive into a few of the cultivars here that we got dropping this morning. These are limited quantities, so these are not ones that if you see something and you're like, man, I've been looking for that, jump on it quick because these are not in large numbers. That's why we do these whammies, is to kind of help clean up some of our small number stuff that we have out in the greenhouses. And I've been working on this list all week, so we got a great list for you guys today. Corbin, you want to dive in and see what we got here?
Yeah, man. We go through here, we highlight the stuff that's going to be dropping on Fridays. We like to go through that whole list of stuff and then kind of, sprinkle some of that Saturday, Sunday fun in there too. But stuff that was catching my eye, man, for Friday. And this one, it's not a maple, but it's a tree that I really enjoy. We got a Asculus X Carnea Ario Marginata. So that's like a variegated buckeye with some beautiful flowers, very, very beautiful variegated leaf. And if you're looking for something that's not a maple, that's a good thing to look at.
Yeah, really cool. I love how large that leaf is too, and you got that variegation really stands out. You've got those large leaves, and you're right, man. The flowers contrast so beautifully with that. Play on those light greens, lime greens, and the dark greens. The way that variegation plays in, really cool tree for you guys. Zones 5 through 8. I love the horse chestnuts, man. They're such a classic tree, and definitely something interesting you could add to your landscape, but to kind of break up some of the standard kind of procedure that you see in a lot of landscapes. I think a buckeye would be an interesting way to kind of switch that up.
Yeah, man. Buckeyes, I think they're so cool. Whenever I was growing up, my grandpa, man, before he passed away, he always used to tell me, hold on to this Buckeye. It's good luck, And then, it's just really cool because whenever I started wood carving, started to use some Buckeye wood for some of my carvings. And then, I mentioned that about the Buckeye being good luck to one of my carving friends. And he's like, he pulled one out of his pocket. He's like, yeah, man, if you got one of these in your pocket, you never have to worry about money, man. The money will come to you if you got a Buckeye on you. So that's always a cool little thing I think about whenever I see some Buckeye trees.
Another one that kind of grabbed my attention right here, and this is kind of thinking about spring. We've got an azalea. We got a good mix of azaleas for you this morning. We got azalea Gibraltar. This has got a beautiful bright orange bloom on it. Absolutely amazing. And I love how all these different varieties of bloom color you can get with azaleas. This is going to give you that real vivid orange color out there in the garden. Going to contrast well with a lot of other azaleas. Pair this up with some pinks and some purples, really kind of play on those color spectrums out in your garden landscape. Really cool, beautiful hybrid azalea for you guys this morning.
Yeah, I'm liking the that Tiger Rose and that Kasagiyama, man. I'm a reticulated kind of fiend. I've been enjoying those ever since I started. So anytime I see a beautiful 1 gallon or specimen of those, having to fight the temptations a little bit, that's for sure.
Yeah, and one thing on those Tiger Rose, those are a 2 gallon size on those, so they got a nice growth on those. It's thicker trunk, well branched. So great opportunity to get a Tiger Rose. I love just that soft white and green that this one has, that kind of classic reticulated style. A beautiful leaf, serrated edges. I mean, this thing is absolutely beautiful. Nice yellows and oranges in the fall as well. Great tree for the landscape.
Yeah, man. I'm seeing we got 88 people in the chat.
88 people.
I'm not seeing 88 people, like 88 names on that wheel, though, man. So, guys, it's, Joe's entering them in as fast as he can.
Fast as he
but
can.
Also, there's people that don't even want to be in the giveaway, man. I'm like,
how could you not
free
want
tree, man?
A free tree, especially a Dragon Master? Now, Dragon Master Area 51 introduction from Matt and Tim here at Mr. Maple. It's got a nice, large, kind of rounded style leaf with that weeping style, that classic Ryusen style to it, but it gives you a beautiful spring interest orange. This thing leaves out a beautiful orange color, then go into those lighter yellows, and if you kind of push that sunlight spectrum with it a little bit, you can get some kind of bleached out white colors, which is really nice. Going to some beautiful orange reds in the fall as well. So, I mean, you don't want to miss out on this. This is definitely one you want in your collection. I got this one early on when I was starting to get my garden going back in Oklahoma. Any of the introductions that Matt and Tim had, I was like, dude, I gotta have it. Because I know they don't play, man. When they put something out there, it's for good reason.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna shout out a couple more people just because I like to, thank some people for hopping in here.
Absolutely.
I'm seeing Kathy and Trilly, I think is how you might pronounce that. Got Tracy, the sassy Southerner on here. Brad Dooley, Lay Todd, one of my homies, man.
Oh yeah.
Brad Lucas, I see his name pop up a lot. Patty Lowe up in here. John Roth. I mean, shout out to all y'all for hopping in here early in the morning on a nice Friday, man. And yeah, dude, we've been experiencing a little bit of a warm spell here in North Carolina, right, man?
Yeah, we have, man. I think we might be kind of in store for an early spring this year. Definitely something, that we all need to be starting to think about. I know we've all kind of been in hibernation, right? That's kind of what I do in the winter. I kind of hibernate away and dream about spring. But, man, it's almost here, and it's coming so quick, and Mother Nature kind of knows best with that, so it's leading the way. I think we're going to have an early spring this year here. But, I wanted to talk about a couple of things with that today since we got everybody here hanging out with us. Right now is typically the best time to plant. Now, I know we're out throughout the country. Everybody's experiencing different types of weather. But one of the things I thought about today was, if you have some hold orders here with Mr. Maple, it's a good time to contact our office and say, hey, I'm ready to get these shipped out, because you want to get those into your climate and kind of let them acclimate and get used to what's going on in your area before they leaf out. A lot of times if you wait until they leaf out and then they come to your area, then you're going to be kind of feeling a little overprotective of, man, things are changing, things are happening too quickly. But if you can get these plants while they're dormant, and even if you're in those colder climates, it can kind of hold that dormancy a little bit longer until you're ready for that spring. So I kind of wanted to touch base on that today. If you guys got some hold orders here at Mr. Maple, contact our office, talk with Daryl and Caprice, kind of set that up and get those shipped out. It'd be the great time right now to get those planted, get them in your gardens.
Yeah, man. A wise man once told me whenever I started working here, he said, the best time to plant a Japanese maple was 15 years ago. The second best time is today, man.
That's right.
And I think that rings true, man. Most of the time, the trees, they like being in the ground, man. And it just makes life a lot easier. Trust me, from a container gardener, man, having the trees in the ground, and it's kind of a set it and forget it type deal. You know, you want to take care of it, make sure, you know, things are getting really nice and watered in that first year.
Yeah.
But man, it takes a lot of the headache out of growing them, because trust me, sometimes in that container, you know, it's still pretty easy, but there's a little bit more to it. But having that stuff in the ground, man, oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, it definitely is. You know, if you got things in containers, it requires a little bit more care on our part. You know, if it's out in the ground, then kind of nature can kind of take care of a lot of that for you. But you know, if your ground is not frozen, you know, me and Tim talked about it the other day. It's like, if you can dig a hole in the ground and put things in the ground, it's a good time to plant. You know, a lot of people get a little bit timid with planting because of, you know, they're worried about the temperature changes and things like that. But winter is absolutely crucial for plants, especially deciduous plants like Japanese maple. They need the cold. They need that winter to go dormant and stay dormant until springtime. So planting when things are dormant is a great time to plant. It gives the plant a little bit of time to acclimate to your climate before spring comes. So a great time to get things shipped out. So contact our office and let's get some of those orders out to you guys.
Yeah, man, I see some people asking some questions. The FBR says, maple tree I purchased is leafing out in 2 out of the 3 branches. Should I be worried about that 3rd branch? Just give it some time, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens, you know, like trees will start to leaf out, and it's like, last year I had a Japanese maple, and I'll just use this as an example, as a good example for this, but I had a Japanese princess that I had in a pot, and it started leafing out, but it only started leafing out down on the lower branches and the top. And I was starting to get worried. I was like, oh man, what's going on with the top of this thing? But over time, I was just patient with it. And over time, it all leafed out and it looked great. Nothing to worry about. But it seemed like it was about 2 weeks behind. That top part of that tree was about 2 weeks behind everything else. So it took a little bit of time to kind of get fully leafed out, but that's normal. That's a normal thing.
Yeah. Sometimes what happens in gardening is we go a little bit too hard on the plant, and sometimes it just needs a little bit of time to kind of do its thing. You know, don't make any rash decisions. I know I had an azalea that kind of went dormant early last year, and I thought it had gone. You know, I did the scratch test, and then this year, or the same year, I guess, but I came and I took a little branch off, green on the inside. So I was like, thank goodness that didn't didn't make any rash decisions on that. We're still gonna have a beautiful azalea come springtime, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah, and you know, let's talk about this too, because I think probably a lot of the country may experience an early spring this year. I know definitely here in our climate, it's been warm, like abnormally warm for a while. Now we've had some good winter time as well. We had a lot of snow, we had a lot of freezing temperatures, but we've had like these warm spells that come through and kind of start to wake things up. And so, you know, there's always kind of that concern with those early leaf out, and then you get that frost or those freezes that kind of comes behind that. There's a lot of things that you can think about and to prepare for those situations. Now, obviously with nature, there's not a lot we can do about it. You know, nature's going to do what it's going to do, and your trees are going to leaf out when they want to leaf out. Now, there are certain things that we can do to kind of enhance one way or the other. always say that if you're wanting a tree to leaf out slower, keep them in a shadier location, especially if you have them in containers. Keep those in a shadier location where they're not getting a lot of that bright heat sun during the day, especially if you're still in those winter months, because you want that tree to stay dormant as long as possible. So we can kind of play around with that with some of the sun exposure. If you start warming up those roots, you start warming up that tree too much with that too much sun, then they're going to kind of activate and leaf out a little bit sooner than what you probably like.
Yeah, I just thought of something too. I know we were talking about that late. There's a couple late frost videos and that sort of thing I'd like to point y'all to check out on our channel. I think there might be one or two of those, maybe even more. I think we did a whole podcast on that sort of preparation and whatnot. But another thing that might be interesting to some of you guys is around the nursery, we've been transplanting some plants. We've been moving some plants. We've been putting a lot of plants in the ground.
Yeah.
And
great time of the year for that.
Yes. So, my friend, he told me back in the day, you got to think about that meristematic, growth period that happens. And during the springtime, the meristems of a plant are kind of like those stem cells in, animals and that sort of thing. They're kind of these undetermined cells that go to different parts of the tree. So during that springtime, when the buds start to swell, when the tree starts to wake up, that's when the most meristems are being generated, and that can help with the healing process if you're transplanting things. That can help things really get settled into locations and develop a lot of root growth quick. So, as that transitionary period starts to happen, there's a lot of things that we can do as gardeners that you might not want to do during different times of the year.
Yeah.
So that's something I wanted to bring up with people. Check out those transplanting videos. Check out the late frost videos. Check out, maybe getting some of your plants, shipped out. Because, right now it is the best time to plant if you don't have a foot of snow on the ground.
Yeah,
I see some people, Scott Trees talking about having a foot of snow on the ground. Garden Mouse talking about that too. So if the ground is frozen, we all know to hold up a little bit. Nobody wants to be out there trying to break up some ground like that, man. And just wait till it's nice and soft, and the tree will tell you, man. You just got to listen to it. And I know that sounds a little hippy dippy, man, but if you just pay attention to your trees, they'll let you know when the best time is.
Guys, if you're just coming in, we are giving away an Acer Palmatum Dragon Master here. This is an Area 51 introduction from Matt and Tim here at Mr. Maple. Absolutely beautiful weeping style, vibrant colors, man. Oranges when it first leaves out, these bright neon yellows and greens, and it comes into the summer months. Beautiful orange reds in the fall. One of my favorites, man. I got this early on in my collecting days, and I always speak highly of it because of my experience with it. It's been a tried and true tree in my experience. Growing it in containers, I've grown it in the ground. It's just a very well-rounded tree for the landscape. So you get a chance today to win this. All you got to do is share this out, hashtag Whammy, share it to all the Facebook groups, your gardening groups, your friends, your family. And, maybe you don't even win it for yourself. Maybe you want to give this as a gift to somebody else. Get your name in there on the wheel. Joe's putting the names in on the wheel. We're going to be doing a drawing on this. The winner of the Dragon Master is coming soon.
Yeah, man. I've been given a lot of gifts lately of some trees and whatnot. I think that's one of the best things. But usually, so even my family, man, sometimes I got to tell them, hey, man, go check out the YouTube channel, man.
Right.
Like, what are you doing? But the trees make a great gift. And that reminds me, I've been picking up a lot of conifers lately. I picked up one for Brian. I picked up one for myself, man.
That's true, man.
And I know we're MrMaple.com, man, but we got a lot of conifers. We got some rare stuff, some Conifer of the Year winners, man. We got some new introductions from different people. I built more blue, man.
Dude,
that was a gift I picked up for my aunt because she's like, I love blue. She's a Tar Heels fan. So I felt like that color kind of is pretty close to that Tar Heel blue.
Oh yeah.
And I love like that round dent shape that it has. If you're looking for something that's like sea urchin but with a nice blue sheen to it, man, I think that's a great plant to pick up.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking back at some of these things we got on the whammies here. We just dropped the weekend whammy, started this morning at 9 a.m. There's a great list of plants there. Make sure you go to that website and just kind of spend some time browsing around. We got a lot of plants still in stock, even from the Whammy from last weekend. So there's some things you can still pick up on that. And then we got a fresh drop this weekend, which is going to be a drop today, Saturday morning at 9 a.m. and Sunday morning at 9 a.m. So each of those days, kind of make sure you're paying attention to the website so you can kind of find some of those more rare, harder to find. Now, these are limited number items as well, so there's not a lot. Maybe it might be 3 or 4 of something. So they're going to sell out quickly, especially if they're in high demand. But, you know, it's a great opportunity for you guys to kind of find some things that aren't going to be coming to the website in large numbers anytime soon. So these are kind of, we're cleaning up our greenhouses. We're finding some of these smaller sets and offering them to these guys. Here's a rare one here I wanted to talk about before it sells out. We got a beautiful umbrella pine Kugelblitz, right? I mean, these things are so cool. They just have such a great style and presence in the garden. Now, this one here is going to reach around 5 feet in 10 years, so a smaller size of those umbrella pines. And it's going to give you that great evergreen presence out in the garden. Very unique style. I love the umbrella pine, just the way it looks out in the garden.
Yeah, I know. I think a viewer named Seth was talking about that very first chat in the live stream. He said, umbrella pines are the bomb, man.
He already knew, man.
Yes,
He already knew.
Yes, they are. They're so cool. That was something whenever I was in Japan, I just couldn't, I felt like I couldn't appreciate it enough. I was just like, oh my gosh, man, seeing these really nice sized pruned umbrella pines, like out in the countryside, like in front of people's houses. I was like, holy cow, man, that is such a beautiful tree. I just love the thickness of the needles and how the Sciadopitys look, man.
Really, really cool group of plants today for you guys. You can find that link on MrMaple.com. You'll see, as you scroll, you'll see the weekly Whammy, and you click that link, and it'll take you and give you the full listing of everything that's dropped this morning, plus things that are still on there from the other Whammies as well. I mean, there's a lot of great items on here. And it might be just that one thing that you've been sitting around waiting for that, you know, it's like, man, it never comes to the website. Well, I've been out there digging around, trying to find some cool stuff for you guys, put a list together. Some great azaleas on here, man. We got Mildred. I love this vibrant purple that Mildred gives you here. This is an evergreen azalea as well, so it's going to kind of keep that foliage year round, give you a nice evergreen presence out in the garden, plus you get the blooms on top of that. Some vibrant purple color blooms. This is going to be a Kurume hybrid, zone 6 through 8. Really nice, kind of a smaller size as well, so it doesn't get too big. If you got a small garden, you need some beautiful purple flowers. Think about picking up a Mildred today.
Yeah, man. Should we talk about what's maybe gonna drop a little bit tomorrow, man? Or
maybe did we give him a little sneak peek?
Yeah, we give him a little sneak peek. You know, nothing too crazy. I'm trying not to hold my sheet up too high, man.
I don't want
because
people to see the top secret list that we have.
I'll be like hitting that zoom enhance. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm just going to take a glance here, and then let me just drop this. So there might be on one of the days Fire Dragon, Acer truncatum Fire Dragon.
Dude, that's what I was looking at, man.
Exactly, dude. I mean, because that doesn't come around too often. The truncatums are hard to find. Just, you know, production wise, we're definitely trying to build our numbers on these, but we've got some 2-gallon sizes that are going to be dropping on Sunday. Okay, I gave a little bit too much information there,
bro.
But Fire Dragon will be coming this weekend, so definitely if you've been on the hunt for one, keep your eyes out that. And not only will it be dropping, it's going to be in a 2-gallon size too. So you guys be ready for that. We're always excited to find some cool stuff. It's like when I'm out building these lists and I find it, I'm like, oh man, everybody's going to go crazy, dude. We got some Fire Dragons. Let me write this into the list. We got to get that out there for everybody.
All right, Saturday, guys, be on the lookout for a little triflorum action. I think it's a straight species triflorum.
Yeah, man.
Shaggy bark maple. Beautiful fall colors. You know, you get some nice reds and oranges, and I love that leaf shape as well, man. I think the leaf shape plus that exfoliated bark, plus like the texture that it provides, it looks really good next to some Japanese maples out there. Love those. I planted a couple of those triflorums, and I'm excited to kind of see what's going to happen. I know we put a couple other different trees near it to maybe get some like a little bit of cross-pollination going, and that excites me because something I think is cool is just like what crosses with what, and then how we can, you know, get that going. So
yeah, you know, I'm just looking through this list. I'm trying to, you know, think of some things that you guys are going to get all riled up about. I'm looking right now at a batwing that's going to be dropping, an Acer Pictum Usagumo. All right, guys, this is going to be dropping this weekend. This one I'm going to hold back. I'm not going to tell you what day this one's going to drop. You're just going to have to come back to the website and keep your eye. We need all the eagle eyes out there ready to go. Hey, I'll tell you what, there are a lot of eagle eyes because I've been dropping some 10-gallon stuff on the website. We haven't even really been advertising it. We've just been listing them for pickup only now. Y'all go check out the Specimen tab on MrMaple.com. There are some 10-gallon sizes and bigger that are available for pickup only, but on a routine basis, I'm going through and adding some new things onto that, and people's been snatching them up, man. We dropped some Maku Jackus on there in 10 gallons. We dropped some Phantom Flames on there on 10 gallons. I mean, some stuff that you don't really see in those sizes very often. So make sure you check out those specimen size trees. These are not shippable. You'll have to pick them up here at the nursery. But if you're coming to open house, you can go ahead and secure them, get them ordered. We can hold them in our hold house for you guys until you come to the open house. So a great opportunity to get some bigger stuff. But back to the teaser, Usagumo coming this weekend.
2 gallon.
2 gallon.
Guys, I'm excited, man. Open house is going to be a great time.
Yes.
You know, and with those 10 gallons, man, it's like what I would imagine working at that, like a pet adoption center is like, man. You know, it's like you love and you care for all those little puppies and all the little kittens, man. And you're happy to see them go.
Right.
But it's
You're
also like,
sad.
it's a little bittersweet, man. Because
Right.
I'm like, oh man, I should have bought that tree when I had the chance, man. But I know it's going out to a good home, and people are gonna enjoy that for many generations, man. So it's a little bittersweet, man. But
It is.
I love to see, you know, just the joy that people get whenever they're picking up some 10 gallons, picking up some of their favorite trees at the open house, because it's going to be amazing, man. I mean, spring is going to be in full blast at that point. We're going to be getting some of the best colors, you know, that you get out of all year during the springtime. It's a great time to pick up some larger trees too. So we'd love to see you there, guys. Now this is for real. If you want to come shoot a top 5 for the YouTube channel, we would love to have you. You know, if you find somebody with a camera or Matt and Tim, we will shoot that on the spot.
Absolutely.
And usually, you know, we like to sweeten the deal, give you a little bit of merch. You know, Matt and Tim can sign that merch too if you want. They don't have to, you know, but they ain't gonna charge for it. And we'd love to get you on the YouTube channel because people just love, you know, hearing that real life experience with people's favorite plants. And I mean, I love them too, man. They're some of my favorite videos to edit because you get to see all that personality of all the people that are in the live chat and whatnot now, man. And it's a cool experience.
Yeah, that's what I like about it too, man. Because sometimes it's like, man, you don't have to just take my word for it. You know, sometimes it just feels like, you know, maybe I'm just trying to convince you to buy this tree or buy that tree. But there are a lot of people out there who've experienced these different trees and had great success with it. And it's a cool moment to kind of share, like, man, I bought this, you know, maybe a couple years back. Man, it's looking so good. It's looking so great in my garden. It's one of my favorites. And that gets other people saying, you know what? Well, maybe I should take a little closer look at Dragon Master like we're giving away today. Maybe that is something I really need to add to my collection, especially when you hear those real world experiences, people being successful with it. So it's a lot of fun. Now, I did see some comments I gotta talk about for a second. Michael was saying that, you know, I've bankrupted a few people with maples. I tell you, guilty as charged, man. But I shared a reel the other day in the group that said nothing haunts me more than a tree that I didn't buy, right? And so, hey, I'm just trying to help y'all out because I don't want you to have these haunted dreams about that tree that you should have got that you didn't buy. So anytime I see a cool tree, sometimes I just walk around with a cool tree at open house and find the right person to hand it to. I mean, I'm guilty as charged, but I've never met a maple I didn't like. So, I might be a little bit biased on some of that. But you guys know me, man. I'm passionate about it. I love trees. I love hanging out with people who love trees. So, it's kind of a natural fit for me. But yes, I have caused people to spend a lot of money. But I'll tell you, the regret comes from the trees you didn't buy, not the ones you did. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth right there.
Yeah, I like being homies with Brian. He points you in the right direction. Sometimes, you get a couple free trees here and there every once in a while, man. It's pretty nice. And sometimes you get to return the favor. Very few things are better to receive as a gardener than the plant, man. So it's always nice to get a gift of a plant. I'm going to give a couple more shout outs because, guys, it's getting close. To free maple time.
Man, we got 116 people in the chat hanging out with us. It's great, man. You guys are awesome. We really appreciate all the support here at Mr. Maple. It means the world to us. I mean, it makes it all feel like it's worth all the effort that we put in. We're trying to create something special for you guys, the opportunity to get these beautiful trees, put them out in your landscape and create these beautiful gardenscapes. That's what I'm trying to do at my home, man. I got big plans, big dreams. It doesn't happen all overnight, right? I mean, instant gratification is something we all kind of want, but it's not always realistic, right? It takes time, patience, takes, choosing and selecting all the right plants and grouping them together in all the right ways. And that's what we try to do here at Mr. Maple. We give you variety. We love to offer a lot of variety for you guys so that you can create the most beautiful landscape in your garden.
Yeah, man. Sometimes it's not just the plants growing, man. Sometimes we're growing too.
That's right, bro. That's right.
And guys, shout out, Maple Maniac, bro. That guy, he's awesome. If you haven't got to ever interact with him, dude, he is just like a very genuine person, a maple addict, and he's a hoot to be around. Shout out to Mike V. I know him and Bearded Bonsai, man, been going back and forth about this, mystical tree.
Yeah.
And some other people, Maple fans, NC, Brand Sky out there, Brand Ski out there. I know they're always in the chat. We got John Snyder up in here saying #Whammy. And guys, we just love getting on here, chatting it up with y'all. And sometimes it's nice to kind of start the morning off a little bit slow.
Yeah. Especially on a Friday, man.
Exactly, man.
Friday is ease into that Friday. Get to hang out with some cool folks. I just seen that. Here's a man after my own heart. We see Levi here. He went from 3 cultivars to over 100. My man. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the way to do it. Especially with variety. Variety is the spice of life. And with Japanese maples, man, you can create such a dynamic play of color and texture and shape. I mean, it's just extraordinary to me how diverse Japanese maples can be. And then you start adding in some azaleas and those conifers and all of that, man. It just takes it to the next level. I'm excited for you guys to win this Dragon Master. I've been seeing a lot of comments in there. Everybody's like, man, that's a beautiful Dragon Master. The structure, this is a low graph staked. You can keep staking that up taller if you want, or you can let it weep down and cascade from there. So many cool ways to do this in your garden. I have mine kind of planted on a little bit of a hillside. I'm going to let that weep down and cascade, maybe even on the ground a little bit. Let it kind of create a little ground cover there on that little hillside in my garden. So cool tree to be able to win today. #Whammy. Share that out. Joe's over there frantically putting every name he can possibly put into the wheel, magical whammy wheel over there. We're about to spin this thing and get this thing given away.
All right. One more tree before we get into that whammy, and maybe we mentioned a couple other things. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe we will. Yeah. We got a beautiful Hemimillis X Intermedia Sunburst coming to you on Saturday, guys. Brian and I have been, working around some stock plants, and there's a couple amazing Hemimillis in there. Yeah. There's some beautiful yellows and oranges and red varieties that we have, and man, they are blooming right now.
Yeah, man.
There are very few things that just kind of smell like that witch hazel, man. Yeah. And that has become one of my favorite smells. one of the times that I can remember that smell just kind of makes me go back to is whenever Joe and I we went up to Buckholtz, and there was this beautiful yellow witch hazel in just premium bloom, and dude, you couldn't escape that. Like, it's kind of an intoxicating smell. Like Brian and I were talking about it. It's just like the purest smell that you ever smelt before, and I just think that's so awesome. There's also one that was down there in the stock house, kind of had like a cinnamon kind of smell to it, dude, and I was just like, wow, like it's just such a beautiful plant.
Yeah, definitely, especially this time of the year. There's not a lot of other things that are blooming out, and so if you've got a witch hazel out in your garden somewhere, like, it's going to grab your attention right now. I have one called Quasimodo, which is a dwarf variety. It's bloomed out right now in my garden with these beautiful orange blooms on it. I just love the way those look. I mean, I remember, I'll just tell a quick story real quick. I was working for the city of Hendersonville, and we're out picking up leaves. That's what we did. We did a lot of leaf pickup for the neighborhoods, and we pull up to this house, and like, this is a bunch of dudes, we're just working. Nobody's really into plants but me, but I see the most beautiful witch hazel I've ever seen in my life. Full bloom. I mean, loaded, hundreds and hundreds of blooms all over this thing. The whole crew stopped and like went over there. We all stood around that tree and looked at it for a while. We're just like, man, this thing is beautiful. Like, what is this? I'm starting to drop, this right here, boys, this is a witch hazel. It blooms this time, I was all about it. But man, it was just such a shocking tree, especially this time of year, because everything else is dormant, and you see those blooms, you're like, man, what in the world is that over there? So definitely pick one of those sunbursts up. That's coming this weekend. Keep your eye out for that.
All right, and I know I said one more tree. Dude, we just get talking, man, and like I just start thinking about other stuff that I feel like maybe people don't have their eyes on, but they would enjoy. Cornus moss, guys. We have a lot of Cornus moss.
We do.
I think it's what size are those?
Those are, I believe, 6 gallons. Yeah, 6-gallon size of those, and they are in bloom right now. Absolutely beautiful yellow flowers on them right now. Man, they're amazing.
And 6-gallon ship too, man.
Right, exactly.
So we have a beautiful Cornus moss here at the nursery, and first year I started working, Matt kind of pointed off to it, and he's like, whenever that starts blooming, man, that's how you know. We got a couple weeks until springtime.
Yep.
And I think it's important to have trees like that in the garden because, that groundhog can say what it needs to say, man. But that thing ain't always too accurate. I like to ask a couple groundhogs, honestly. I think that Poxitani Phil, man, he might be, part of some sort of mainstream media or something like that. But I like to listen to the trees, like I was saying earlier. And man, that Cornus moss, it is that beacon of springtime. It's going to let you know. And it's nice to have that tree that's in the garden. It's in similar conditions to everything else, and it's telling you, hey man, it's time to get ready.
All right, guys, before we do this drawing, I know everybody's just waiting, anticipating the Dragon Master. I just want to hit one more thing, guys. Right now is the best time to plant. If you got some trees on hold here at Mr. Maple, contact our office. Let them know, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready to get some things in the ground. Plus, I mean, you want to watch these things leaf out in your garden, right? I think that's a really exciting time, and it makes you appreciate the tree even more, just kind of seeing it wake up in your climate, in your garden. So get those orders sent out. Contact our office. We'll be glad to ship them out to you. We've got a great crew that's been working hard all week, shipping out orders already. So it'd be nothing, man, if you guys just, hey, I'm ready for my stuff, man. I'm ready to start planting some things in the ground. We'd be excited to get those trees out to you as soon as possible.
All right, Joe.
All right.
It is time to spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel. Here we go. Here we go.
Who
we got? Who we got here?
Who we got? Oh man,
right.
This guy was in here. He was like, man, I hope my name gets fooled. Guys, Aquaholic Fish. Guys, congratulations. You are taking home this beautiful Dragon Master today.
Right here. Congratulations. Awesome, man. I'm so excited for you to get that. I know you're gonna really enjoy this one. When this thing leaves out, it's gonna blow you away. It's a really exciting time, especially coming into spring here. We're about to put on a show, and you're going to have a Dragon Master lighting up in your garden. I'm excited about that for you. Congratulations.
Yes, that's awesome, man. I'm happy to be sending this to a good home, man. And yeah, guys, we really appreciate you hopping on these live streams. You know, I like to cut it up with Brian, and you know, it's nice to see Joe giggling at some of my jokes, man. So it's just always a good time hanging out with like-minded people. But yeah, just remember, guys, some of those things we were hitting up. Open house is going to be a great time. Check out the Whammy on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
This is the best time to plant. So if you don't have a foot of snow on the ground, if your ground ain't frozen,
Right.
you know, maybe get some of those hold orders pulled out of there. And yeah, also now I'll tell you to put some holds back in there because the open house is going to be a great time to pick stuff up.
Right.
And yeah, just check out some of those videos to get prepped for springtime, because it's always nice to be, you know, a little informed about stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a good reminder, guys. We have a video about when's the best time to plant. Matt and Tim kind of go over all those specifics, give you a little bit more detail than what we're talking about today, you know, talking about different zones and climates and all of those things. Also, we have videos about frost and how to prepare for spring. So if you kind of have those things on your mind, you can make sure you go to our YouTube channel and check that out. We have a lot of information there for you guys to kind of utilize throughout the year. You know, a lot of times, you know, you get to that certain time of the year, you know, kind of go back through the MrMaple Show collection of videos and kind of rewatch some of those things, refresh your mind on some of that stuff. It's a great time to do it. Get your mind thinking about spring. I'm excited. I know you guys are too.